What's happening, people? Jono here from Fitness Education Online. Super excited to get into this week's episode of how to get clients for your personal training business. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. But essentially what I do is every week I interview a different fitness business expert and they give their best tips on how to grow your fitness business. Got an absolute legend this week here, especially in the online space. And we all know what it's like in the how to get clients online personal training world, right? Every week there's a new expert popping up, but this person's been in the space longer than anyone I know. He's an absolute OG in the area. So without further ado, let me introduce the one and only Mr. AJ Mihrzad.
Grow a personal training business. Well, thankfully, I have a lot of experience in this field. I was actually a personal trainer for 10 years, and I was one of the first to really teach online personal training to the fitness community. In fact, I was inducted into the Fitness Hall of Fame for bringing personal training into the marketplace many years ago. So that was a great accomplishment. I'm really grateful for that. And through that process, I've learned a lot of great tips on growing an in-person business and an online business. And it's really interesting because many of these principles kind of can be shared among both areas, right? So you could do in-person training, you could do online training. And right now what's really powerful is hybrid training where you have a mix of in-person and online. So let's talk about really the number one tip where most people get this wrong and why there's so many trainers and online trainers, but they're not really connecting with people. This is it. The riches are in the niches, right? So most people are trying to be a Me Too trainer. I'm a weight loss expert. I am a muscle building expert. I help you build strength, but there are a dime a dozen. It's kind of like a commodity, right? You have to be a specialist. That's where the real money is. So find out one specific niche, one specific demographic, right? What is their one problem that you help with? And what's the one solution you created to help these group of people, right? So one example would be busy moms age 30 to 60 who want to lose weight, or busy dads who want to add muscle and regain their athletic youth. Okay. Now here's one thing, and the biggest issue people have with niching down, but I want to help everyone. I can help all different types of people. When you try to help everyone, you help no one, right? Because you become way too vanilla. You want to be very concentrated and very specialized. And by being the expert in one thing, it's in a weird way, organically, you tend to attract other people. Whether or not you take them on, that's your choice. But I found that if you look at the top experts in the world, they're all specialists. They're glute experts, or they're, vertical jump experts, where you really find really who's your ideal client and what type of person you love working with and who do you have the best results with. And also just organically, who tends to follow you. Just looking at your own followers on social media, that'll give you a great tell of the type of people that you attract. Men, women, young, old, entrepreneurs, people that work 9-to-5 businesses. So get clear on your target market, and that's going to be the foundation of your business. Now, the second tip, this is something I learned early on in my PT career. This was the help of a mentor, which I'll get into next, but that's really getting into one-to-many, okay? One-to-one does not work long-term, is not scalable, right? Even if you have a group of one-on-one personal trainers, at a certain level, there's going to be a big cap. But with one-to-many, there's a wide open field of helping a lot of people. And I'll say Jono is one of the experts at helping trainers go from one-to-one to one-to-many. He's got a lot of proven strategies and a huge track record in this field. Now, we all understand the power of scale, right? If you're working one-to-one, you're limited by the hours in the day. You can maybe take on 5 to 8 clients maximum. With one-to-many, small group training, boot camps, or even online group training, you could literally train 20, 30, 40 people a day at once. Even if you lower the prices slightly, you'll find that the group dynamic works much better. I actually did a long training on this, so it's really on the top of my head because I feel a lot of people have a similar misconception, kind of like with niching yourself down. With one-to-one, people feel, that's the ideal training. I give people more time, more energy. No one wants group. I don't want group, so my clients don't want group, but it's really fascinating. You'll find that most people love group. One thing I've found is people come for the result, but they stay for the community. Once they have people that are like-minded, that support them, that are even in their same niche, that have their same problems, fears, dreams, frustrations, they tend to grow a bond with them, and they'll keep coming back month after month because you built this amazing community of awesome people, and they look forward to that, right? At the end of the day, we're all social creatures. And if you do group training one-to-many the right way, your clients will stay way longer. You'll be a lot more scalable, but you also have a lot more freedom, right? Because once you master this principle, whether it's in person or online, your income is really unlimited. Because once you understand the dynamics of building groups and groups of communities and having other people manage those groups, the scalability is just out of this world. Third, what I was touching upon, and my last tip, something that really helped me, it sounds kind of cliche, but it's finding a mentor. Okay. So I was stuck when I first started my personal training business. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know how to sell. I didn't know how to attract clientele. I was just, really relying on referrals, and I didn't have a website. I didn't market myself. So referrals are great, but they're very inconsistent. You have a feast, famine, droughts, right? It's like come and go, good and bad. But when you know marketing and you know sales, then you do really, really well. And the only way that I personally found works the best is having a mentor, right? Because I personally know that I would not be where I am if I didn't hire coaches and mentors. I hit a plateau with my business and I was stuck for many, many years. The moment I hired a mentor, I immediately invested a lot, but I got to return my investment back very, very quickly. We're very blind to what we need to do and how far we want to go. The best way to grow is to find someone who's already done what you want to do. So you just simply follow their footsteps step by step, follow what they've done, and you get there a lot faster, right? So of course, most people see this as a big investment. It's a lot of money, but think about the cost of being stuck, right? I personally found that if I'm not investing, I'm always losing, because sometimes I get cocky and I say, you know what, I know what I'm doing. I'll just scale it. I'll just keep going. And every time I try to do it on my own, my income always drops. I lose accountability. And at the same time, I get pretty lazy, to my own default. If I don't have someone breathing down my neck, telling me what to do. Also, I find that if someone is giving me direction, I do a lot better, because again, if I'm left to my own devices, I get really comfortable, and I love to be uncomfortable. So whenever I'm slacking, whenever I'm not making any money, I don't have a mentor. So currently I have 3 different coaches. They're not all business coaches. One is a business and marketing coach. The other is a mindset coach. And the other one's more like a therapist, someone who I could vent to. When I have problems with my girlfriend, I talk to him and I say, hey, here's what's wrong with her. She's crazy. And he goes, yeah, she's crazy. That's why I pay you, So it's a win-win thing. And we all need mentors. We all need people that help us, that could see far beyond what we can see. And at the same time, it'll be the greatest investment of your life if done correctly. And at the same time, if you're kind of confused on which way to go, do your research, right? If you find a lot of people say a lot, if they don't have case studies, then they're not really doing what they have to do. So the greatest mentors have a lot of case studies. They have a lot of testimonials. And if you speak to them, it will not feel like a hard, aggressive sales process. It'll feel like a very smooth, here's what I have to offer. Here's my value. And if you want it, great. If not, no big deal, right? They're not going to push you into it. So it's got to be like a hell yes investment throughout the whole thing. And you'll find it to be a very pleasant investment, but also a very massive ROI in your life and business.
Okay, thank you, AJ. So everyone watching this, if you like the video, just hit the like button and leave us a comment below. It really helps with our YouTube channel and helps grow it. What I would love to do is invite you into our closed Facebook group. At Fitness Education Online, we have the largest Facebook group in the world for fitness professionals. There's like 14,000 of us in there. We all share tips and ideas. I'd love to invite you in there. The link's down below in the description. And if you want to hear more about AJ, where do we go to hear more about you?
Yeah, so I would love to connect with you. First and foremost, the best place is my website, Online SuperCoach.com. On there, you'll have all of my books, my events, my podcast, my webinars, and various free courses and certifications I've created over the past decade for the fitness community. Now, one of the best ways for you to even get started is I have a free trial that'll allow you to grow your business, to attract your ideal online clients, sell your services at a high level, and most importantly, how to serve through a virtual infrastructure. It'll teach you how to take your in-person superpowers and scale an online process with it. If you go on my website, you'll see a portion that says free trial, and it's actually a free process that will give you all the tools and an entire course on to build your business and really everything you need, all the tools, templates, and systems. And of course, coaching. We have a coach that works with you one-on-one to build everything out step by step. And if you find my weird name on Google, you'll find my social media. My name is AJ Mihrzad, AJ Mihrzad. If you type it on Google, you'll find my Facebook, Instagram. Those are the main two that I use. And if you add me, I'll add you back. Send me a message, say you listen to me on this video podcast, and I'll be more than happy to respond to you. I'm an open book. I love chatting. I love supporting and helping, and I'm very accessible. So add me on there. Send me a message. I'll follow you back, and we'll connect.